Hey folks, hope you're well. Zito here. A few weeks ago I dropped a couple of videos that were kind of like our funny, shortened versions of this cutting board I made. This one right here, which is kind of similar to like Louie cubes or a video game called QBert and stuff, which everyone brought up. I had no clue what QBert was. I didn't even know what Louie cubes were. I just saw this cutting board essentially that was made by this guy, MTM Wood in Russia. He's like insane and epic, and I figured I'd just put it my own flair and my own touch essentially, which are essentially these recycled skateboard bits here, stuff like that. Essentially what I use in everything. This one is made of butternut, which is a bit softer. I don't think I'd use it moving forward. Walnut, and then of course skateboards from my local skate shop there, Berlin Skate Shop, where we choose the colors and plies and things like that before making skateboards and stuff. But anyhow, if you're looking for a full tutorial, this is sort of a very loose one. I think the one that MTM Wood puts out is very comprehensive. It's also in metric. I'm going to do my work here in imperial, and mine isn't perfect, but it's definitely close, and it's hopefully going to get it's hopefully going to get better as I make more of these things as well. But I figured I'd give you sort of my loose version, and hopefully it works and helps as a bit of a supplementary there. So anyhow, here we go. So for starters, instead of using 10 millimeter of lighter wood, sandwiching 20 millimeters of main darker wood like MTM Wood used, I actually went with approximately 1/2 inch with 1 inch of my main wood, and my main wood being walnut and skateboards. So then from there, once I actually have my sandwiching of my lighter wood, in this case it was the butternut with the skateboards and also the walnut, I would then actually set the table saw to a 60-degree setting like MTM Wood does as well. We have a saw stop at our wood shop there, which is really nice. I would essentially make that initial cut, then cut 1 inch wide slices of them, all at 60 degrees there, and you'll see that taking place there. I would cut off the edges as well to essentially make those particular pieces square. So from there, I glue those rectangles up, and you'll kind of see here I call it like an inverted V, because you're essentially creating V's, and you're kind of going in a V pattern between the walnut and the skateboards there, kind of always interchanging between the two, but always essentially matching a perfect V and stuff. And once that was glued up, you actually have to then take it out and recut it again into 1 inch strips, and then re-glue them from there. Oh yeah, in between, of course, I'm also kind of always sending things through the planer just to make sure things are even before I essentially re-glue them up again, right? So you see that after you cut them into 1 inch strips for the 3rd time or so, you end up placing them in this particular pattern before you glue up. And it's essentially the pattern that, the Louie cube pattern that you're gonna see there in your cutting board. From there, I ended up planing the board to make sure that the board was flush. Then I ended up using a hand plane on the edges there. I was a bit worried about using a router and having chip out and stuff, so I used a hand plane instead of a router. And then from there, I would essentially sand up to about 120, starting from 60 grit originally there. And after that, throw a little bit of coconut oil on there, and boom, we got these guys here. So that was kind of a quick, additional, supplementary kind of tutorial. Hopefully that helps a bit. Of course, MTM Woods is linked below. It's also very in depth, and it's great. Any questions or anything like that, I'm hoping to make more of these things, and hopefully they'll get a little cleaner moving forward there as well. So thanks a lot for checking this out, and yeah, more to come, more cabin building. Peace.